What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Lando Trades, and we are coming back at you with another Ethereum Sundays. This Sunday, we're not only breaking down Ethereum, we're also going to be breaking down Bitcoin and Polygon. So let's get right into it. Looking at Ethereum chart, we're looking at the weekly chart. There's two obvious movements that we were talking about in previous videos, right? About this leg here and this leg here. Right now, we're in a bullish environment still on a weekly chart, and we're in this leg, I think, and I think this indicates that this is pretty oversold. I would be looking for accumulation for buy orders around 3,000. I think that's a very nice round significant level that the market has proven to react at. I would look to accumulate more ETH there, of course, on a demo account always, but don't be surprised if we do play a little bit lower and back down lower over here. I think there's potential because of how much institutional adoption there's been in the past year. I think there's potential that you'll see more institutional moves, which would be something like, we play lower in this range here and we actually break below these lows before moving higher and breaking these highs. So it would look something like, right, boom, boom, break these lows and then actually move higher and then go up, right? So taking out these lows. So something I could look for to play out in the near future, but I would just look to accumulate orders around 3,000 on a demo account, of course, and then understand the daily range, right? So we're still bearish. We had this reversal up here on the daily. We played back lower lows, lower highs, and we still are in this bearish range here. Now that's going to be the most important area to watch intra-week and intraday, because even though we're playing back up here, that's not a bullish indication, right? A smart trader would be looking to probably sell some orders up here, if this sell-off does continue in this fashion. I'm curious, do we take out these lows before we play higher? I don't know. I think there's potential to do so and maybe even go lower before we go higher. But we need to just be ready for the crypto market to do whatever it wants to do in the new year. And when institutions begin to fill more orders as the year progresses and kind of makes its way away from the holidays, there might be some more institutional movements and manipulation in a lot of crypto. So just something to keep your eyes on, something to watch out for. So be ready to accumulate orders when it, moves even lower. When you're like, what the hell is going on? And it moves lower, that's a good indication that you might be looking to accumulate some long orders, especially on Ethereum. Looking at Bitcoin, kind of a similar picture. If you look at a weekly chart, it's really the same thing. It's the two bullish legs, one here, right? And if you look at the range here, I would still say that we're in this top leg and we're oversold here, but it looks like we did close below these candles, which indicates to me that this could actually be some type of, obviously a very bearish indication in terms of this market and where it's been headed. But the question is, where is it going to go? And, once it clears out liquidity here, it's like, hey, do you have enough sellers to actually make your way down to 30K? I think it's potential. I think if Bitcoin were to make its way down to 30K or anything below 35, especially, it would be spiking down into there and right back up because so many people would be buyers at that area of liquidity. What we need to watch, though, of course, as always, is kind of the daily chart. And the daily chart is telling us essentially the same thing Bitcoin is telling us, which is we're in a bullish environment. And this is kind of like the leg we're in now. So I think people will there could still be a sell-off, but what you would want to see again is you would want to see that these highs get broken and that higher high gets made afterwards. So that would look something like, right, like this. Break the high, move higher, maybe a little lower, and then boom, higher, break these highs, right? Higher, and then, right, anytime we would retrace down after breaking one of these highs would be an opportunity to be a buyer at an oversold environment because we were given the bullish indication of the market once the highs were broken, if that makes sense. I can show you on the other side of the chart if you want. But when we start to break these highs in here, right, we break out here. Anytime we retrace back in here, that gives you an opportunity to be a buyer and to take out new highs or old highs. So I'm curious when we start taking out old highs, if that will be sooner rather than later. I don't know. Did we take out this low here? Let's see. So this low was 39,600 and this low was 39,650. So we didn't quite take out that low, maybe on different platforms we did. So maybe if you're on Binance or something else like KuCoin or Kraken, maybe it did take it out depending on the liquidity that they provide. But this is important because if we break these lows, we might just reverse right out of it and go higher because of all of the sell stops that were down here. So in terms of this environment, you definitely want to see this range be respected. But obviously we're in a down environment. So we just need to see a reversal at some point. And I would just honestly, like 40K is a nice level that it held. And if you get to 40K, I think you're pretty good to accumulate some Bitcoin if that's where you like to put some of your assets in a demo, of course. But again, similar to ETH, if we come back down and we play back in here, I would not be surprised at all. If we play in this range more so than this higher range here. Moving on to Polygon here. Polygon's a great asset right now. I think just overall looking at the market, we'll do a separate video on it sometime, diving deeper into those features and things. But I just want to go over the technicals today. If you look at this environment overall over time, it's been, nice environment, right? We had this explosion up here in 2021, retracement back down here, and then we continue up in here in late 2021 and into later this year to break new highs. So when the market was crashing, Polygon was taking on a wider adoption across a lot of different uses. And so I think there was just a lot of bullishness behind it. And I really like how it's upheld during these two recent crashes we've had in November and kind of December. Overall, right, kind of similar to accumulation in other pairs, we want to look to accumulate orders when you have the bullish condition and it's in an oversold environment. I think on a weekly chart, it's kind of like this range here. So if you look here, it'd be like from here to here. And then if you do the same thing from below, like what you would have had a range here to work with and accumulate orders down here. So I think we're in this range right now. And we want to see how it plays out on the daily. Of course, that's not on the daily, but I can change that. All right, so if we want to see it play out on the daily, we'd want to see it play out on this range. So anytime where we're back down in here in an oversold environment, I would definitely be looking to accumulate some Polygon. I think 190 was a really nice level that it upheld, and I think 180 is another significant level. Anyone who knows significant institutional levels, that 0.80 level is pretty significant sometimes. So would look to accumulate some Polygon there to take out highs. We're at 290, and I think we're destined for $3 pretty soon. And I think overall in 2022, this is an asset that can probably 3 times, maybe 4 times, make it up to 12. So I think anytime you're you're getting a discount at around $2 or less, I think it's very good opportunity to place some long orders on your demo account, of course. But I don't really have much else on this pair. I think you just got to keep in mind that the bigger ranges, and because of the volatility in these markets, you can see like each week we do a lot of movement up and down every week, no matter which way the market goes, right? And you have to respect that. So I think you always take your analysis on these types of pairs from the weekly chart and bring it back down to the daily. And like, honestly, it's once you get down to like the 4 hour and the 1 hour, I mean, personally, it's too much for me. to be trading day to day these assets, just because they move so far high up and so high down and so far down and back and forth. And I think you need to pay attention to the long term, right? You need to understand where are these assets going to be, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, and look at price right now and understand the value in accumulating the asset and the uses it serves right here. And in terms of looking at Polygon, it's a discount right here, long term. And that's kind of how I view Bitcoin as well as Ethereum right now as well. So just an interesting take on it. Just wanted to share that. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful, guys. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, please. Definitely going to be working my butt off this year, trying to get more videos out, try to get people, improved in their trading abilities, technically speaking, and just here to help. So happy trading, and have a great week.